Hey, fourth graders. Yesterday you learned that we have another system of measurement called the metric system, which includes millimeters, centimeters, meters, and kilometers or kilometers. You learned how we can, kind of estimating which one we would use, what would be the best choice of your measurement. Today we're going to learn how do you convert metric lengths between one metric unit and another. So today we're going to talk about length. That's how long something is. It'd be what you'd use to use a yardstick or a ruler to measure. Okay. Convert means how do you change or rename or rewrite one unit as another unit. For example, 1 kilometer is the same as 1,000 meters. So we're going to convert meters and kilometers. Kilo means at the beginning of meters means 1,000. So 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. Okay. We're going to do some practice with this on the next, in a couple slides. We're going to learn how, well, if you have 1 equals 1,000, 2 kilometers would equal 2,000. Then you kind of think backwards. Well, if I have 4,000 meters, we're going to look at the pattern here in a bit. Okay. The next one we're going to convert is meters to centimeter. 1 meter, or a meter stick, has 100 centimeters on it. So that means 3 meters would have 300. So it's just, centimeters is just 100 times, you have 100 more centimeters in 1 meter. Okay. So now let's look at this page. Okay. We're going to do this one. You're going to kind of watch along with me, okay, just like those two tables on our past one, okay. So if I think that 1 kilometer is 1,000, 2 kilometers would be 2,000. Let's put a comma in there, okay. So for every 1 we get 1,000, 2 would be 2,000, 3 would be 3,000. If I have 4,000 meters, that would only be 4 kilometers, okay. Now if I have 7,000, just think for every 1,000 as 1 kilometer. So how many thousands are in 7,000? That's right, there's 7. So there are 7 kilometers in 7,000 meters. So I'm just asking how many groups of 1,000 are there? Okay, if you look at this one, I have 8 kilometers. Well, for every 8 is 1,000 meters. So I have 8 groups of 1,000. So what is 8 times 1,000? 8,000. Okay, now I have 14,000 meters. So how many thousands are in 14,000? So if I were counting by thousands, how many times would I have to do it? It would be 14 times. Okay. If I have 22,000 kilometers, that's 22 groups of 1,000. Think back to last week when we were multiplying by 10, hundreds, and thousands. What is 22 times 1,000? That's right, it's 22,000. Let's look over at meters. Meters is just a meter stick that looks very similar to a yardstick. Okay, just a little bit longer. There are 100 centimeters on that meter stick. If I have 3 meter sticks, how many centimeters is that? That's 3 groups of 100. So what is 3 times 100? 300. If I have 500, blank times 100 would give me 500. So how many groups of 100? How many hundreds do I have in this 500? That's right, 5. So let's look at, if I have 800 centimeters, how many meter sticks is that actually? So how many hundreds are in 800? 8. If I have 10 meters, that's 10 groups of 100. This is one of those tricky ones. So what is 10 times 100? So I know I need to have my 10. If I times it by 100, that's 2 more zeros. So my answer is actually 1,000. If I have 12 meters, that's 100 centimeters 12 times. So it's 12 times 100 would be 12 with my 2 zeros for my hundreds. I'll add a comma in there. Okay. Last I have 1,700. So I'm going to look at how many hundreds are in this number. If I look, I have 17 hundreds because 1,000 is actually 10 hundreds and then 7 more hundreds. So I have 17. If you think about it, 17 by times 100 would give me 1,700 with those 2 zeros on the end. Your work for today, you are going to, here at the top, kind of gives you a review of how you figure that out. So if I am looking for how many meters in a kilometer, you would do the number of meters times 1,000. It would give you the number of meters and kilometer. And then, so if you look up here, it says a kilometer is 1,000 meters. A meter is 100 centimeters, but also 1,000 millimeters. So be careful down below as you figure this out. So if you look here, it says 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. So that means 8 kilometers equals 8,000. Add that extra 0 in there. If 1 meter equals 100 centimeters, that means that 5 meters equals 500 centimeters. Now let's look at this. 1 meter has 1,000 millimeters. Millimeters are those little bitty tiny marks. So if 1 meter is 1,000 millimeters, that means 9 meters is 9,000. We'll make this a little bigger so the zeros fit in there. Your job today is to complete the rest of this page. Remember to go up to your zoom and go into 100% so it's easier for you to see.